Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Thursday, March 30th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's edition of AEW Dynamite, broadcast live on TBS from the Chaifetz Arena in St. Louis. In the main event, Adam Cole made his return to the ring after a 9-month absence, defeating Daniel Garcia. Cole was then joined in the ring by his girlfriend Britt Baker, while Garcia was checked on by fellow JAS member Chris Jericho.
Jericho,
he wouldn't even make eye contact with Adam Cole.
Barely acknowledging Adam Cole. And Jericho, obviously concerned about Garcia, but
rightfully so.
And this is, you know what? We can't let this take away from what we just saw. We can't let this take away from the return of Adam Cole.
It's Adam Cole's night. You're exactly right, Excalibur.
And it was a great night. Dynamite was, hold on, look at Jericho. He's still kind of looking over his shoulder here.
I hope Jericho doesn't do anything rash.
Bryan Danielson made his return to AEW TV and appeared to turn heel, joining the rest of the Blackpool Combat Club and attacking Kenny Omega, whom he initially appeared to be trying to save.
Bryan Danielson doing the right thing. And... No.
Kenny, watch out!
No! Boom, psycho knee!
Wow. There you go. Kenny was kind of cautious and no, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh man, this is bad.
The Blackpool Combat Club. I thought it was a mugging earlier. This is brutality.
The angle took place right after Omega had successfully defended his IWGP United States title against Jeff Cobb. Earlier in the show, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta of the BCC had scored a quick win in a 6-man tag team match over Dalton Castle and the Boys. The opening segment saw Jungle Boy defeat Matt Hardy, after which Jungle Boy was confronted by AEW World Champion MJF, leading to a pull-apart brawl between the two. Also retaining on the show was Orange Cassidy, who successfully defended the AEW International title against The Butcher, marking his 16th successful defense of the title. In other results, Ruby Soho beat Willow Nightingale with some illegal outside assistance from Toni Storm and Saraya. Rio and Sky Blue attempted unsuccessfully to make a post-match save of Nightingale until the ring was finally cleared of the heels by AEW Women's Champion Jamie Hayter. Following Dynamite, the premiere episode of AEW's new backstage reality series All Access aired on TBS. The initial episode spotlighted the comeback journey of Adam Cole, as well as the return of the Young Bucks and Britt Baker's hopes for the AEW Women's division. 6 episodes of the show have been filmed and are expected to air through May. All Access is AEW's 3rd weekly cable TV program, and the first since Roads to the Top to focus on content outside the ring. In Wrestlemania news, this weekend's Wrestlemania 39 has set WWE's all-time sponsorship revenue record for any event, reaching $20 million, double last year's number, according to WWE Senior Vice President and Head of Global Sales and Partnership Craig Stimmel, who spoke to Michelle Chapman of the Associated Press yesterday. Stimmel also indicated that WWE plans to incorporate sponsoring brands into WrestleMania in several ways, including match sponsorships and what he described as augmented reality experiences and a blurring of the fourth wall. WrestleMania 39 has 12 sponsors, with half of them carrying over from last year. In WWE Hall of Fame news, a longtime WWE referee and road agent Tim White will posthumously receive the Warrior Award at the 2023 Hall of Fame ceremony tomorrow night at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, according to an announcement yesterday on WWE's The Bump. In addition to his duties as a referee and agent in the 1980s and 90s, White also served as an assistant and handler to Andre the Giant, taking over that responsibility from Arnold Skaaland. White was released by WWE in 2009 and passed away last year at the age of 68. Previous Warrior Award recipients have included other longtime WWE corporate employees such as Sue Atchison and Rich Herring, as well as inspirational figures such as Shad Gaspard Susan B. Komen spokeswoman Joan London, and young fan and cancer patient Connor Mahalik. In ratings news, last Tuesday night's episode of NXT on USA Network experienced a nearly 13% increase in viewership over the week before, with 620,000 viewers tuning into the taped edition, up from the previous week's 550,000, according to Showbuzz Daily. The key 18 to 49-year-old demographic for the Stand and Deliver Go Home episode was 0.16, up 33% from last week's 0.12 key demo rating, according to WrestleNomics. The rating translates to 209,000 viewers. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.